All right, so in this video, what I'm going to be talking about is one thing that holds back all unprofitable traders. So this one thing, if you don't conquer this one thing in your trading, you will never make it. All right, you're going to be that 90%, you're going to remain that 90%, and you're going to continue to be unprofitable if you don't conquer this one thing. Right? It's very, very important. It's very, very, very important. So what is that one thing? Well, that one thing is your mind, is your emotions, is your discipline. All right. I mean, it sounds cliche. I mean, you hear it all the time. You hear me make tweets on Twitter all the time, but it's the truth. It's the truth. So let's take a little time machine back, and let me give you a little bit of my background, my story, and so you can, because like everybody looks at me now that I'm consistently profitable, now that I make a lot of money, now that I'm pulling in, 20, 30 grand trades, and some people seem to think that I just woke up and started doing this. Like I was an overnight success making these numbers. And well, the truth is I was a beginner just like you. All right. I've been trading since 2014. And my very first year into trading, I blew up my 2000 USD account. My very first year. And you know why I blew up that account? You know what was the cause for me blowing up that account? It was because I could not control my emotions, just like a lot of you. All right. The same story as a lot of you. I couldn't control my emotions. I took a few L's, started revenge trading, and then it was like somebody else took the wheel, and it was like a totally different person that was trading. There was a totally different person that was making these decisions, and it wasn't me. It was like, and it's what I call that inner degen, right? And it's like you get lost. You get lost in those cloud of emotions whenever you're trading. When you're outside of it, you're studying, you're hearing my tweets, you're watching my videos, you're in a rational mindset, and it all makes sense. Like it makes perfect logical sense. You know what you need to do. But then when you're in the game for real, it's a different thing. Because now you get those emotions at play. Now you got those, that greed, that fear, it's all tugging at you. So I mean, it's a different ballgame at that point. I completely understand. And I was there I was there as well. I struggled with the same exact things early on in my career. And you know what happened after I blew up that account? So I was sitting there and I was looking at an empty account balance in front of me. And you know what happened? I got real and I felt deep shame for letting myself trade like that. Okay? And that's what a lot of you are not doing. You're not being real with yourself. You blow up your account and you're saying, oh, dang that guru, or dang that prop firm, or dang my broker. You don't say, dang, what did I do? What did I do wrong that caused this to happen? A lot of you aren't doing that. And that's why you stay in this hamster wheel of mediocrity. That's why you don't look in the mirror. And that's what I did. And that's why I was able to progress so quickly after that. Like I didn't continue to blow up accounts and do stupid crap. I still had slip ups. I still had setbacks even after that, but I never blew up an account again. I never went that far with it. And you know what that is? That's progress. And a lot of you aren't even making progress because you're not taking that look in the mirror. You're not getting real with yourself. You continue in this hamster wheel doing the same stupid shit over and over and over again. And then you're pointing the finger at other people, and you're not looking in the mirror, and it's your fault. It's 100% your fault. You blew up that account. It's your fault. You lost money. It's your fault. All your fault. Okay. So you got to look in the mirror. That's big. The sooner you look in the mirror, the sooner you start to progress in the right direction. Okay. And you know what I did once I blew up that account and I looked in the mirror and I realized that I was acting like a complete degenerate. You know what I realized? The uncomfortable reality that I realized that if I don't get my shit together, because this is my why. I wanted financial freedom. I wanted to be free from the rat race. I wanted to live life on my own terms. And I realized that if I don't get my shit together, I'm going to die working at that dead end job the rest of my life. I'm going to die there. I'm going to die clocking in, doing the same soul killing shit for the rest of my life. That scared the living shit out of me. Okay. And that fear drove me to make the correct decisions. Fear isn't always bad. It's not always bad. That fear, it helped me stay disciplined because each decision I make is either bringing me closer or farther away from my future goals, from that financial freedom. Every single decision. Okay. So when I make a bad decision, I'm putting my dreams back in the process. I'm putting my goals back in the process. All right, I'm adding another day that I got to work at that dead end job. If I'm not disciplined, I knew that I would die there. And that scared me and that made me remain disciplined. I always had that in the back of my head. Always had it in there. Well, actually, even I had it written down as well, which is another key thing. You need to have your whys and you need to have it written down in front of you during the day. So you have like that constant reminder. All right. But that's the thing, guys. Like maybe for some of you, you want to provide a better future for your family. And think about this. You're cheating your family out of a better future just because you want to hit a dopamine from gambling. Really think about that. You're cheating their future because you can't control your emotions. I mean, if that doesn't cause you deep, deep shame, then you need to get your head checked. You need to get your head checked, all right? Because if you don't feel that deep shame, if you don't get pissed off at your amateur behavior, you know what's going to happen? You're going to remain in this hamster wheel of doing the same and making the same reckless decisions over and over and over again until you get fed up with your poor decisions and you decide, hey, I'm done. I'm going to make the correct decision now. I'm going to start moving in the right direction. I'm going to look in the mirror. I'm going to get real with myself and I'm going to start being disciplined because my family depends on me. Right? Or again, maybe you want financial freedom like that was for me. My main driver was financial freedom. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life working away for a corporation that doesn't give a damn about me. I could drop dead tomorrow. They'd have a replacement the next day. I'm not going to spend my life working for that. That's soul killing shit. There's no meaning in that. All right, I got one life to live and I ain't going to spend it doing that crap. And if you don't get your shit together, well, that's your reality. That's your future and you're going to die there. I don't know how to put it any more clear. I don't know how to put it any more clear. Your decisions, each decision matters. Each choice matters. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. You don't stand still. And a lot of you, this is why you're not progressing. You're not getting real with yourself and you're not really grasping that reality. There's plenty of exercises I can give you to be disciplined, but this is the main final thing at the end of the day. It all comes down to a decision. You got the power to make that decision. Each and every single one of you that's listening to this, you have the power to make that decision. It just depends when you get fed up enough. That's when it happens. All right, so get pissed off, get real with yourself. And it's time you start making the correct decisions because if you don't, well, then your future ain't bright. But you can start today, this very moment right here that you're listening to me. Look at this as a sign. You're not seeing this video by mistake. This is no mistake. This is fate. You're seeing this for a reason. And at this very moment, you have the opportunity to put your life back on the right track, to put your trading back on the right track. This is your opportunity, this moment right here. When you leave this video, you're going to be left with a decision. Tomorrow, when the market's back up and it's open, you're going to be left with a decision. Make the correct decision.